Pleased to be joined by head coach of the South Plains College Texans. Coach Steve Green joins us. Coach, you told us early in the year after the loss here at New Mexico Junior College, you said we've got to win that one back. That's a game we got to get back. And the guys went on the road and did exactly that on Monday night.
Yeah, I was real proud of them. I thought we started the game with a little play and got an easy basket and got Deontay North off the run. And I think we scored, the first 11 points of the game. It was like 11-0. And then they settled, we settled down and they settled in, and next thing you know, it's 11-8. But when we had to make the plays to win the game, I thought we did. We handled their press a little bit at the end and converted free throws. Didn't turn the ball over at the very, towards the very end and what have you. But it was an interesting evening.
I thought the Jerron Love free throws, especially in the back 4 or 5 minutes, and a couple late ones from Shea Bob. Those were real game changers.
No doubt whatsoever. Jerron stepped up and made 6 consecutive free throws, and Shea was like 4 for 5 or 5 for 6 or something, something like that. So, if they foul you at the end, that's the only way you can stay ahead. If you miss them, it's like turnovers. It's effective play on their part. But we made the free throws. I thought we did a really, really good job on everything except stopping the one guy. He was 8 for 11 from the 3. We tried all sorts of things, and a couple of them worked for a while. Justice getting hurt early in the game, I think, hurt us because he was doing a pretty good job on it initially. Most of his shots came after Justice had left the game.
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%. I thought Green did a good job of closing out on him quick, cutting him off on the dribble, and at least getting him into a situation where he was having to give up the basketball more often. Second half, he really gouged you, but the good news, you had enough to hang on and win it.
Yeah, we had a big enough lead. Justice is, is a little bit longer. He's 6'4", and long arms and what have you. So the guy's shooting over, a little, an obstacle, more of an obstacle than when we had Langston on him and Deontay North. And we tried to keep them from getting the ball and did okay a couple of times, but then he still was pretty clever. He's a really good player. He's probably the best shooting guard in this league this year. And he went off on us. There's no doubt. I think he ended up with 30-something. I had the ball, and when the game was over, I had somehow I wound up with a game ball. So we were going through the handshake line, and I stopped him and I said, "Hey, if I give you this ball, will you autograph it and send it back to me?"
Might not be a bad idea after the kind of night he had.
It was a Marshall Henderson type shooting.
Yeah, it really was.
That's the only thing I could think of, and I remember how that one came out.
Exactly.
So I was hoping that this would be a little short of that.
Good news is, defensively, while he hurt you, I thought you did a good job in a lot of other places on the court. Let one guy beat you up a little bit, but I thought did a good job of detaining a lot of the people.
Well, we did for the most part. But the thing is, at the end of the game, you're afraid to foul, and it's I don't know. It really turned into an offensive game, I think, for them at the end of the game, and the little guard was really beating us on a high screen and roll a lot, and we just couldn't get our coverages down, and you get nervous and you're afraid to leave your man and play team defense and what have you, and consequently, they get layups. Hey, when they put that 3-point line in and where they put it, it makes it hard. It's almost like if I'm going to stop the 3, I'm going to give up the drive. We want to give up the drive, though, because Pookie, got started off and came across there and blocked a couple shots, and that will stop people from driving. So, but at the end of the game, we just kept giving up threes. So,
good news is now you're back to controlling your own fate again as far as winning this conference.
Yeah, I think so. We're sitting in a situation now where, should we win out, at worst we're tied. So, we don't need anybody's help to help us do that at this point. But that being said, Odessa is in the same situation, and we need somebody to beat them. And I don't know. Their schedule is very similar to ours, except they have the rival game with Midland at Midland. But Odessa's going to be playing for a conference championship that night. So we both have Western, and I think Western, even though it's probably not going to make the playoffs, is a very, very tough opponent, and particularly there.
And plus, you get to go to New Mexico Military Institute.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I'm betting it's cadet night. I've told everybody that there's a good chance that's going to happen.
Yeah, like I said last week, one can only hope.
But it sets up really well for you. But I think you're right. Western may be the wild card in all this for both you and Odessa, for the fact that they have been, I think, a better team than they are looking on record.
I mean, they came in here and gave us all we wanted, and I don't think we played our best basketball that afternoon, but they had a lot to do with it. I was very impressed with them, and we always struggle over there for some reason. It's a tough place to play for us, or at least for my teams anyway.
Meanwhile, the bad news is Justice Green
Yeah.
out of the lineup for the year. Tough loss. A kid that was really coming into his own, I think both offensively and defensively. There's a reason he was in the starting five lately.
Well, he plays hard, plays with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy. He's a good defender. He's a little erratic on offense, but he makes things happen. You know, I mean, he's so aggressive, and he was getting, you know, I mean, he's been somewhat inconsistent, but the one thing he's always brought every day has been a lot of enthusiasm and energy, and that gets the other guys going. I mean, he dives on the floor. He makes plays. You know, I mean, the kid has been a really good dude to have on the team this season, and the guys like him and what have you. So somebody's going to have to step up and take it. And it's not going to be easy. I mean, those are some big shoes to fill.
Especially when you're talking about a guy that's a spark plug, you know.
Yeah.
I guess if I had to equate him, I'd say he's kind of the Pete Rose of your team. He's just Captain Hustle.
No question. And he's done a really good job for us this year. So we're going to miss it, but hey, we'll see what happens.
All right, Coach, Stevens out of time for this one. Final thoughts for us before we get ready to hit the road and head out to New Mexico Military on
No,
Thursday.
we need to win that game, and then we got a big one here Monday. And I think they're putting together some kind of promotion again. Man, I'm so happy with the way that our home crowd has been in the last three events, and this will close it out for us. This will be our opportunity to honor both mine and Kayla's sophomores, and show them how we appreciate what they've done. So.
All right, Coach, appreciate you having us always. Thanks for dropping by and visiting with us. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday out at New Mexico Military.